be lonely and it kills me.
Turn around.
I don't know the rest of the words to the song.
It's about vampires.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It really is about vampires. It's Total Eclipse of the Heart. It's her love letter to vampires.
Okay.
Didn't get to finish our college football playoff stuff. We didn't get to say congratulations to Indiana.
Congratulations, IU. Congratulations, Signetti. You deserve it.
You absolutely do deserve it. Like, I didn't expect them to be there.
Didn't think they'd make it.
No. That's not who I picked. I picked Ole Miss and Oregon.
But quite the underdog story. You turned it around.
But turned it around. They never turned it off, apparently.
No, from years past. I mean,
this is true.
The most losingest program in history.
And Signetti went
and here you go. In 2 years.
Said, hey, we can bring home a championship. All right. That is not what we're here for.
No.
We are actually here because...
Big news coming out of
and it's approved.
Washington.
And they have approved it. So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are sitting on how much money?
Like $200 billion?
$200 billion.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. So,
now,
because...
Understand that this is what we're fixing to dive into. This is what those programs were... that's what they were built for. That's what they were designed to do. And they have been abused in the past.
They have been. So, everybody understands the federal rate and Federal Reserve and how they kind of dictate our interest rates because they control it by how much they charge a bank to get money for them. Mm-hmm. So the bank's going to make money. So if the Fed rate is at 4.5, because I'm going to try to make math easy, at 4.5, when the bank then lets you borrow money, they're charging you at 6%. So they are making 1.5% off of your loan, and they're having to pay back 4.5% of the money that they have gotten out of the Federal Reserve. Am I?
No, you're tracking.
All right.
You're tracking.
So this portion of our economy has been stagnant. They haven't wanted to bring interest rates down. I will say that the new Fed chair that Trump has elected does believe in lower interest rates. So this may be a perfect storm that's about to rain down on home buyers.
As long as he gets approved, I think we're in pretty good shape.
So now that we understand what is happening, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are going to take their $200 billion and they're going to buy the mortgage-backed securities. You will see that as MBSs in some articles.
Also known as mortgage bonds. That's where you take multiple mortgage loans, package them together, and sell them as an investment product to someone. That someone, in this case, is going to be Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. They're going to buy $200 billion worth of
mortgage-backed
those packages.
So, some of y'all have watched the movie The Big Short. And some of your radar is going, whoa!
Wait a minute now.
Didn't we see this in 2008?
The answer is yes, but you saw it. When I say they abused what they were built for, that's... So if you go watch The Big Short and you follow the storyline, you'll understand how that was the abused side of Fannie and Freddie Mae. This is actually what they were designed to do all along. It's just been put on pause ever since
they were created.
Pretty much. I mean...
Yeah, actually, that's when the government took back...
The whole point of this is to bolster the housing market. It was designed as a way to bolster the housing market for stagnant purposes, such as what we've been seeing. And that's why Trump said, hey, I want you two to go do this. But we're going to do it in increments. We're not going to do it all at once. Because if we do it all at once, we saw what happened when we did it all at once in 2020. We're not going to go back there.
So, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are going to end up buying the mortgages that these banks have on their books. And so they are going to package all of these mortgages into one big deal, and Fannie and Freddie are going to come in and buy those mortgages back. They're the ones that technically won't be servicing it. They will just be responsible for the debt. So if you get foreclosed on, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will be the ones collecting that debt, essentially. They're not going to be the servicer, as far as I have read.
Not that I'm aware
of. They're just going to be the money on the backside saying, hey, we're securing this note, is essentially what they're doing.
They're basically looking, when you flip the way that you're looking at it, if you're looking at it from Fannie and Freddie's side of things, they're basically saying, hey, we're putting our cash into your pocket, saying even if they do foreclose, we got the money covered. You'll get reimbursed.
Yep. Now, hopefully the new Fed chair also believes in lower interest rates. Mm-hmm. He believes that will actually help our economy if we can bring the interest rates down, because that frees up money for people who want to start a new business, Mm-hmm. Someone who has been keeping their money on the sidelines and not investing, well, now they're probably going to want to invest more because now they can borrow money at a cheaper rate.
And this allows the banks to lend more money because they don't have as much tied up in their current Rolodex of loans that have been put out.
Yes, because Fannie and Freddie Mac are offering up money so that they can go free up. I'm with him. I don't believe that it's going to be a bum rush like we had in 2020 on housing.
I do believe the plan is $20 billion a month from each organization.
Okay.
Over the course of the year.
Okay. And then we get a new federal chair in May.
Federal Reserve chair in April, May, something like that.
So by the start of buying season for houses, mm-hmm. is when we should start seeing some of this transpire. Mm-hmm. We're in the low sixes, high fives right now, right? Am I about right? Mm-hmm. There is a possibility that if all of this goes right, we should be in the low fives by the end of this year.
And I think that would be a comfortable, affordable position to be in.
I mean, if we could get, again, like we have said on more than one occasion, if we can get to 599 and stay there, mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people would come.
And that's for all loans. So if you look at a conventional, it normally carries a slightly higher rate than
your FHA.
Than your FHA. And if we could get the all around, like the overall rate down to 599. We'd be in a beautiful situation because right now conventional sits just north of 6, maybe closer to 6.5. FHAs are right on the border.
They're like 6.25 to 5. Yeah,
6. They're right there at the cusp. If we could get the overall average of those two plus your one-off loans, if they would all just get just below that 6 mark, we got ourselves a good scenario.
Now I do feel like things have been picking up. I don't mm-hmm. know about you. We do have more houses on my side coming out. Mm-hmm. We've got several listings. We do have a bunch of buyers that are starting to look. If you want a deal, now's your time.
Yeah. I've got a couple listings that have been on the market for even just 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they're like, hey, what do we got to do? What do we need to do? Do we need to lower? What's going on? So they're willing to play ball. You just got to be able to, you just got to be able to go look and ask. Don't be afraid to ask.
Yep. I mean, we're fixing to make an offer on
one. What's the worst case? What's the worst they're going to do? Say no?
And that's what I tell my clients all the time. Real world example, had a conversation. Do you need closing costs? No. Do you need help with your down payment? No. So we're not going to ask the sellers for anything. Correct. Well, then we can get more aggressive with our asking on the sales price. Mm-hmm. We're gonna hit them at $40,000 less, $30,000 less.
Because I think that's what a lot of people don't recognize when they're getting ready to go buy their house is, hey, I need I've got my down payment covered, but I need help on the closing costs because my money's going towards the down payment. Okay, so you need 10 to 12 grand in closing costs, but you're also asking them for a $15,000 off the price. If it's $350, you're at you're wanting it for $335, and you need 12 grand in closing costs. Well, you're asking them to take a $27,000 bath. It can be hard to come by.
It can be.
Especially for a seller who's only been in the home for 2 years. They haven't made their equity and have the ability
and they're having to move.
Away. Yeah.
Not that they want to move, they're having to move. So they're already in, everything's already stacked against them. And I'm right there with you. Like, if you need closing costs, we need to ask for that and act like we're trying to get the price down, because your closing cost is essentially coming off the price of what they're going to get anyways. Mm-hmm. So in your example, at $350 and we need $12,000 in closing costs, well, now you're offering them at $338, and that's at a full price because you're taking $12,000 away from them.
It's just all things to consider when you're talking with your favorite agent about making
which should be me or him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But but that's what you need to consider when you're talking about making an offer on a home. Just make the offer with the mindset of what would I, as the seller, how would I feel receiving this if the shoes were switched?
Again, another real world example. I've had clients selling their home, getting mad because people are beating them up on price. But the moment we get their house under contract, they want to beat everybody else up on their price. I'm like, we just went through this. You just were complaining about this, and now you want to do it to somebody else. So yeah, put yourself in their shoes. But
again, the whole point of this video, just be on the lookout for rates to start coming down. Frannie and Freddie Mae are making the moves. $20 billion a month in mortgage bonds that will be purchased by them. That'll help with rates because everything mortgage rate wise follows the bond market. And so when people are buying mortgage bonds, that bond market is bolstering and the rates follow suit and drop.
That is correct. So, all right. You got anything else?
If you want to know more about that, or even need to buy or sell a house, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you.
Yeah. I got a team. He's got a team. We can take care of whatever real estate need that y'all have.
Whatever it is, we got you covered.